So stress can be basically a feeling of discomfort experienced by each and every cell of our body. This is one way to look at it. Another way to look at it can be it is our body's reaction to situations that are harmful, dangerous, threatening, or it can be exciting, challenging also. Now, the important thing to note here is that the danger or the threatening situation can be real or can be just perceived as a threat. It is not real, but if somebody perceives this as a dangerous situation, then there are some automatic physiological, biological processes that go on inside our body to prepare ourselves for that situation. So that is the second way of looking at it. Now, third way of looking at it is all of us, all human beings, we have certain resources with us, our body, our mind, the time available to us. It is all resources available to us. So when the supply of resources, right, our body, mind, time is less than the demands that are placed on us, we feel stressed. For example, let's say you are a college student or you are a working professional and you have 3 deadlines in next 3 days, and you're thinking, oh, these are the 3 deadlines I have, and I don't have enough time to complete these things. So automatically what happens is you compare the demand with your supply, and if the supply is short, then you start feeling stress. That is a natural thing that happens, and we are going to learn how to control and manage that. So this is another way of looking at stress. Now, next perspective is stress is an experience that is here to tell us that there is something wrong and there is something that we need to change, right? Because if you are feeling uncomfortable, then that means there is something you still don't know yet. You may not know some knowledge, you may not know some skills, you may not have developed certain abilities. So that is the next point. So in that case, stressful situation is actually has actually becomes an opportunity to learn something new, new methods, new tools, and to grow yourself. So we looked at briefly what is stress. Now, in today's topic, what is stress management? So stress management is simply a process that we use to manage our own stress or to manage our own internal mental state, right? Our emotional state. Now, stress management always has two different parts. The first part is stress prevention. How can we prevent a stressful situation? That is first. And the second part is how can we manage stress? How can we reduce it when we are already in a stressful situation? Now, in an ideal world, we all would have liked, we all would have loved to have a situation where you can do many things and you can just prevent stress. But in reality, that doesn't happen. You can prevent stress from to a certain extent, but you are going to face, we all are going to face certain situations where we will be in that situation and we will need to learn how to cope up with those. So we are going to do that today. So to understand this concept a little better, I'm just going to give you a quick example, right? So wherever you are and you are watching and listening to this webinar, if it is possible for you, I would like you have a textbook in your hand and you're holding it with your both of hands in front of you like this, just below your eyes, just like that. You're holding this textbook in your hand. If possible, I would like all of you to close your eyes and imagine you're holding these textbook in your hands, right? So, and I'm going to tell you when to actually keep that book back onto the table or desk, right? So if you keep holding that book for 1 minute, what's going to happen? If you hold it for 1 minute like this, you may feel just a little bit of pain, nothing else, no big deal, nothing major. But if I ask you to hold that book for 1 hour straight, just like that, what's going to happen? If you hold it for 1 hour, right 60 minutes, then you'll start to feel pain in both of your arms and hands, right? So now, if you continue to hold that book with your both of your hands for one whole day, that is 24 hours. So in that situation, think about what's going to happen. So you're going to feel a lot of pain in your hands, and our hands may get paralyzed. So this example is just to illustrate the concept of what exactly we do when we are in a stressful situation, right? So the stress in our life is exactly like that book or the object, right? So if I am in a stressful situation for 1 2 minutes and I'm able to just let it go and move on and focus on something else, then it's not going to affect me. If I keep thinking about that experience, about that stress for 1 hour, it's going to start to affect me negatively to certain extent, not a lot. But if I continue to have those negative thoughts or stressful situations affect me for 1 day, 2 days, 7 days, 1 month, then it's going to have a big impact on my performance on my stress is exactly like that object or book, right? It depends on the longer we carry that on, heavier it becomes in our life. So let me ask you this question. What is the best way to let go of this stress? Right? So we saw this example of book. In the case of the book, it's easy to just let it go, keep the book on the table and it's gone, right? So in our life, what we need to do is that when we say we just need to let it go, that means we need to take proper breaks from our day, from our daily schedule. Okay, so our body and mind can relax and is ready and fresh to do the next set of activities. So that means we need to take good rest and relaxation for proper stress management. So from our childhood, we are learning many skills and abilities, right? In our school, technical skills, non-technical skills. Stress management is also an ability that we need to get knowledge about, and we need to learn the methods on how to do it.